my neighbor's dog is barking and won't shut up. That's fantastic. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Teresa and I'm going to talk today about something that is troublesome for a lot of people right now, and given the times that we're in, it makes sense for everyone to kind of be very confused about it, don't know what they want to do about it. There's so many different options. So right now I'm going to dive into a little bit of this whole school situation and what we decided to do, and yeah, let's get to it. Here in America, things are a little wishy-washy when it comes to this coronavirus situation. They want kids to wear masks. People want to open schools. They don't want to open schools. You have like people just fighting over what should be done. Unfortunately, there is really no right answer, you know, because kids need to be in school. They really need to have their socialization, and they're not going to get that on the level that they normally do. Obviously, they're not going to be able to play at recess. They can't sit with their friends at lunch. They're going to be separated, and there's just so many things that go into it. Then you have the schools that are going to do, some kids go one day or like a couple of days, and then the next couple of days the other half of the class goes. So it's like staggering the kids. It's really sad to see that, you know, it is where it is. It is freaking hot today. I'm like dying, but we don't have air conditioning generally in Western Washington. And so like on a day where it's like anywhere between 80 to 100, you're like dying in your house. Ugh. And I don't want to have the fan on me right now because it makes noise, and then you're gonna hear it, and it's just like, so bear with me while I boil. So we have a few different options. We've got the just send your kids to school, normal, Monday through Friday, full-time schedule. Then you have the, we'll do half distance learning, half being in school. So part of the kids go part of the week, and then the other half go the second part of the week. And then you have the schools that are deciding to just go completely virtual for at least the first few months of the school year. Now, obviously, each of those scenarios have pros and cons. And parents are now needing to decide what's best for their family, what's best for their children. I feel for the single parents out there, the single moms, the single dads, who have no idea how they're gonna do this when their school has already told them that they're just doing virtual learning. I feel for the people who are in relationships or are married and they both have to work and still have to figure out how they're going to educate their children when it's all virtual learning. Obviously, the virtual learning is to prevent kids from going to school and spreading around germs, spreading it around to their parents, their teachers, their grandparents, and everything. We all understand that, we all get it. And then you have the other side where they completely want to open everything up, and then their students all have to wear masks all day, no recess, you can't sit with your friends at lunch. It's just kind of like, I don't know, almost like you're just raising little robots that are going to be all like, you know, it's just, it's so hard. There's just so many different aspects that go into this whole entire process. You've seen memes go around like this one, where it says, anyone who thinks kids are gonna socially distance at school has never met kids. Anyone who thinks kids aren't gonna tag each other and say, you've got coronavirus and blah, 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 and back and forth, has never met children, you know, like, I get it. It's very true, you know, kids are gonna still be kids, especially the young ones. And then you also see the videos of people who were imitating what it's gonna be like for children who have to wear masks all day. Now, obviously, this doesn't really apply to high school kids or even middle school kids, because they have the wherewithal to be able to keep a mask on, not trade it with your friends, and not, you know, just be a little bit more cognizant of what they're doing. It more applies to elementary kids. But I saw videos of people like going like this, like demonstrating how kids are gonna play with their masks and go like this. And then like rub it all in their face, take it to the bathroom with them. I lost my mask. Oh, I don't know where my mask is. And then you're gonna have kids that are like, I want your Jack mask. Well, I want your dinosaur mask. Let's trade. And then they come home with a mask that's not theirs. They're kids. This is what it's gonna be like. I feel bad for the teachers that are gonna have to try and keep kids from touching their masks, pulling them off, trying to understand the kids when they're wearing their mask, kids trying to understand their teacher when they wear the mask. It is really Adriana knows that I'm out here vlogging, and I sent the girls to our bedroom to watch something on TV for 15 minutes while I do this. And so she sends me this message to my phone. There. She sent me this little heart. Oh man, my kid. She's very sweet. So anyway, there's all these different things on why these younger kids are not going to be able to keep their hands to themselves, keep their masks on, keep from playing with them, spitting in them, dropping them, stepping on them, just all kinds of things. And then you have the parents that just don't want to deal with the virus at all, which I can understand that as well. So they don't want their kids to be going to school, so they're happy about the virtual learning. Adriana School District hasn't come out yet and said that it's going to be virtual, but they've hinted that that's likely the direction they're going to go in. Just say it, guys, like, come on. So my husband and I, we have decided after a good talk that instead of having Adriana do virtual learning and then possibly going to school in a few months, who knows, they could still virtual learn the rest of the year, you know, there's just really no telling what things are gonna look like a few months from now. You know, like, do they start virtually and then all of a sudden do they integrate a little bit and go a couple of days a week and then switch and the next half goes the rest of the week and then integrate into full time? Like, is that what the whole year is gonna look like? I don't want to play that guessing game, and so we decided to just take the guesswork out of all of it, and we have officially pulled Adriana out of public school. We have enrolled her in an online homeschool program. That way, we have the entire year to just be on the same schedule, same format. We're in charge of everything that we're gonna do. There's not gonna be any questions on, are we gonna go, are we not gonna go? She'll have a teacher assigned to her, which is great. We signed her up for K-12, which is an online free public homeschool. My niece did it, and so I just figured why not just do one that, you know, my family already knows a little bit about. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go this whole school year with doing this online homeschool. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it doesn't affect me as it affects a lot of other people. So we felt, since I'm home already and there's so much unknown going on with schooling and the virus and everything that's going on in the world, we just said, screw it. We're just gonna keep her home. Everything's a-okay. I'll just teach her and her teacher will teach her online and we'll just work through everything together. And in a year from now, we will reassess and see how things are in the world and decide whether or not we continue to homeschool or if we decide to send her back to brick and mortar. Another reason for us choosing not to have Adriana go to school is if at some point they do return to school, I don't feel comfortable with her having to wear a mask all day because of all the reasons I said. I mean, she's gonna be in first grade, so it's just, you're gonna expect to see a lot of that stuff. And not only that, she doesn't really play with her mask much, but when we're out, after about 45 minutes, she starts complaining about it. It's uncomfortable, it's too hot, and this, that, and the other thing. And I know a lot of people out there are saying, well, just get your kids used to the masks and everything, and that's fine and dandy, but it's seriously 6 hours that your kid is going to be wearing, your young child is going to be wearing a mask. You know, like I said, the high school students, the middle school students, they can do a little bit better at that. But you've got these kindergartners and these first and second and third graders that's really not gonna be a likely scenario. I can get her used to wearing it a little bit more and wear it longer each and every day and stuff, but still that's 6 hours. She's a first grader. That's really just not something that kids that age are really gonna be able to do effectively and happily. And that to me is key. If my kid isn't happy being at school and being comfortable and being forced to sit like far away and not have recess, just all of those things are just one of the reasons why first grade for her is gonna be homeschool. I feel every parent out there trying to make this decision for themselves because it's not an easy decision. There's so many different feelings. Everyone is on edge. Everyone is like, well, this is stupid. No, this is stupid. I hate this idea. Why are they doing this? It's not even real. But there's so many different feelings about everything. And so let's just all be kind to one another. Let's all embrace every parent's decision, whether you agree with it or not, on what they're deciding for their child. If they want to homeschool like we're doing, more power to you. Great, that's awesome. If you're gonna do the virtual learning through the public school that you're already with, great, that's awesome too. If your school is going back and you aren't sure if you want to send your kid back, homeschool might be a great option if that's available for you. If you're all for sending your kid, then all the power to you. Send your kid and hopefully everything just is smooth sailing. We just all really need to be mindful that these are very unprecedented times. We have never been through something quite so crazy in our lifetimes. And we just all need to go with the flow, respect whatever decision each and every one of us makes when it comes to what we're going to do with our children's education. And hopefully next year things look a lot better. We don't have to make these decisions anymore and things can return to normal. Am I wishful thinking? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But at least we can all be kind to one another. And when each and every one of us stresses out over this, because each and every one of us are going to at some given point, we already have, just please be kind to one another. Just have patience with one another. And don't judge somebody else for choosing a different route than you. We are very excited about doing this homeschool with Adriana. She is very excited about it. She is gonna miss her friends. She already misses her friends. But we just feel that this is the best option for us at this given moment in time. Now, Charlotte, on the other hand, this is where it gets tricky because there are so many children out there that have special needs and they're in special education. Like with Charlotte, she is in the special education preschool through the state because she had a speech delay, she had cognitive learning delay, and she has sensory processing disorder, she's got behavior issues. So with her, this whole entire situation is a little bit different because she's the type of child that needs the in-person specialized teacher to help her with certain things. And it's just hard because if they can't go to school, all of these special education children that need this extra attention and the trained teachers who know how to deal with these types of children and types of situations and types of emotions from these kids. It's heart-wrenching to see that all of these kids with autism and sensory issues and learning disabilities and so on and so forth, so many different types of different disabilities aren't getting the help that they need. That's one of my biggest frustrations with this whole situation. Like I said, this sucks. This whole situation sucks. We all want everything to go back to normal. We do. But unfortunately, that's not the time we're in right now. That's not how life is working right now. And we have to kind of roll with the punches on what's going on day to day. Everybody out there, I feel for you. I'm praying for everybody. I am hopeful that life will return to normal at some point, sooner rather than later. I would love to hear what all of you are deciding to do for your child, wherever it is that you live. So comment below and tell me what your school district is doing, what you have decided to do, whether it's through the school district or you're doing something different. It's really interesting to me to see the different areas and choices people make for this whole entire situation. So yeah, let me know. If you liked this video, please give it a good old thumbs up. Why don't you go ahead and smash or hit or push or whatever it is that you want to call it, that awesome subscribe button. I would love it if you would follow my channel. Follow us down here on the good old gram of Insta. Yeah, I said it. Make fun of me, I don't care. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye. Peace.